Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want you to watch this video first, and then let's discuss it.
What if one of your patients had died?
What's wrong with death, sir? What are we so mortally afraid of? Why can't we treat death with a certain amount of humanity and dignity and decency and, God forbid, maybe even humor? Death is not the enemy, gentlemen. If we're going to fight a disease, let's fight one of the most terrible diseases of all, indifference.
Let's talk about death, because the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet, peace be upon him, are filled with reminders in regards to death. Our Maker in the noble Quran, he says, Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. Every soul shall inevitably taste death. Now, for a lot of us, we understand that this is an inevitable reality, but we don't want to face it. It's a taboo topic. We don't want to talk about it, nor do we like to hear reminders about death. So a lot of us, we tend to think, oh, why is the Quran talking about death so much? They think, oh, why are the scholars always talking about death? My dear brothers, my dear sisters, this negative notion about death, just like in the previous video, we have this negative notion about death. That mindset needs to change. You see, the Quran portraying it, the teachings of the Prophet portraying it, it is actually the opposite of negativity. It is to propel us. It is to motivate us. It is to boost us to live our lives to the fullest. Why? Because each time you're reminded that you are going to die. Let me give you an example. Let's say the angel of death. This is not going to happen, but a hypothetical example. The angel of death comes to you and tells you that you have another week to live on the face of this earth. Now, my question to you is, how would you spend that last week on the face of this earth? Would you spend those days brooding in negativity, just procrastinating and doing nothing? Or would you spend the last few hours, the last few days, that last week in the best of manners possible, in the best of ways possible? Would you not want to spend it with your loved ones? Would you not ensure that you do not take anyone for granted? You would want to express your love. You would want to spend quality time with your family members, perhaps bidding farewell to all of them. So this, my dear brother, my dear sister, needs to be the mindset of a believer day in and day out. Why? Because every single day you're reminded, Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. You may not see tomorrow. So you need to live today to the fullest. You need to live today nurturing relationships, spending quality time with your family members, spending quality time with your friends. You need to do every single thing that you do with purpose. So this is the wisdom behind this reminder about death, because anytime your life can be taken. Therefore, don't even take a single second for granted. Don't take a single individual for granted. Don't take a single blessing of the Almighty for granted. Acknowledge everything, appreciate everything and everyone, and live your life to the fullest.